It's the most magical time of the year. Children sing, people exchange warm wishes, and New Year's resolutions abound. Every year, we collectively decide that we will be better. At first, we feel like brand new people, free from the baggage of the past. This year, we'll hit the gym, eat healthier, learn a new language, write that novel, take a free online course, sign up for dance lessons, and meditate while drinking only water. And then, 2 weeks later, old habits creep back from the shadows. We start making exceptions. I deserve a break today. I've been so consistent with the gym the last 2 weeks. Or we reward ourselves with contradictory behaviors. I've eaten salads all week. I've earned this chocolate cake. Slowly, we procrastinate on the language course, the dancing, the meditation, until we abandon everything. And instead of facing failure, we justify it. I mean, is it really possible to resist the temptation of a midnight snack? There are many reasons resolutions fail. Sometimes we don't truly want to change. Maybe we like our routines more than we're willing to admit. Other times, we set unrealistic expectations, losing 30 pounds in a month, becoming fluent in a language in 3 weeks. But the real reason goes deeper. According to psychologist Peter Herman, the main issue is the false hope syndrome. We falsely hope that resolutions reflect who we truly are, but they don't. We think that if we go to the gym, learn a language, or meditate, our entire life will transform. We create an illusion that we'll be more attractive, more loved, happier. But the truth is, none of this happens instantly. Another relevant concept is conscious habits. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, explains that change doesn't occur through grand revolutions, but through small, daily improvements. We don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems, Clear states. Resolutions often fail because we don't build systems to support change. Additionally, we lack awareness of our behavior. According to Aristotle, the art of virtue is a daily practice requiring constant effort. It's not enough to decide to be better. We must act in alignment with that decision every day. Without this practice, our resolutions remain empty aspirations. Perhaps it's time to abandon resolutions and adopt a life philosophy for the new year. Instead of trying to change with a list of goals, we could change how we see the world. This requires more effort, changing behaviors, thoughts, and reprogramming our minds. But it's also the only way to achieve lasting transformation. This idea finds its roots in the philosophy of Friedrich Nietzsche. After years of illness and suffering, Nietzsche developed the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. It means accepting difficulties and seeing value even in the hardest parts of life. It's not about resignation, but learning to appreciate what we often overlook. As Nietzsche writes in Ecce Homo, what does not kill me makes me stronger. This attitude enables us to transform adversity into opportunities for growth. Another useful perspective comes from existentialism. Jean-Paul Sartre, an existentialist philosopher, argued that we can't define ourselves abstractly, but through our choices and actions. Deciding who we'll be for an entire year just because it's January 1st is an artificial construct. Resolutions, Sartre argued, often lead to self-deception, promising to be a future person who may never exist. Existentialism also invites us to recognize our freedom. As Søren Kierkegaard wrote, an authentic life is one where we choose consciously rather than following goals imposed by society or habit. Kierkegaard reminds us that personal growth doesn't come only from achievements, but through an ethical commitment that provides stability and meaning to our lives. An additional tool for facing challenges comes from Viktor Frankl, author of Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl writes, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." This powerful message encourages us to view difficulties not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for personal growth. Looking ahead to 2025, we can apply three fundamental lessons. Accept what you can't control. We often face situations beyond our influence. Instead of frustration, Frankl invites us to accept the inevitable and focus on our internal response. Find meaning in every challenge. Every difficulty can teach us something new about ourselves or the world. Seeing challenges as opportunities allows us to grow, developing resilience, patience, or problem-solving skills. Grow through adversity. Real change happens when we use difficulties to push ourselves to improve. Every obstacle can become an opportunity to uncover hidden strengths. This doesn't mean we should live without purpose. Immanuel Kant suggested cultivating purposeless purposiveness, intentionality without a specific goal. In a world so goal-oriented, Kant invites us to pause and appreciate the moment. Take a walk, lie on the grass, be surprised by the beauty around us. This approach frees us from the pressure of results and allows us to find joy in the experience itself. Contemporary philosopher Alain de Botton offers another valuable insight. Happiness is not the achievement of great goals, but the art of finding pleasure in simple things. Instead of striving for perfection, we can focus on small actions that enhance our daily well-being. There's nothing wrong with setting goals, but perhaps we should be less rigid. If we choose to make resolutions, we should leave room to abandon them, evolve, and change our minds. After all, we can't predict who we'll be in 6 months. Instead of chasing unreachable perfection, we might focus on a more fluid approach that balances commitment and freedom. As Kierkegaard said, a meaningful life balances stability and aesthetic pleasure. For 2025, let's choose to care for ourselves authentically, allowing our desires and curiosities to guide us toward unexpected discoveries. And who knows, maybe this year we'll not only find new resolutions, but a new way of living.